Hey everybody, this is part 2 of a 3-part video for Strat-o-matic, and in the first video I played the first 3 innings of Game 7 of the 2014 World Series using only the basic version or basic rules. Innings 4, 5, and 6, which I'm about to play, we're going to use the advanced rules, and to make the adjustments, one of the things we're going to do is we're going to take the fly ball, ground ball, bunting, and stealing chart that was on the basic side and flip that over, and now we have what's called the advanced strategy chart. So that has a little bit more in-depth results in it. And we've also got, we went from the basic fielding chart to the advanced fielding chart, and so we've got those results there. And probably the biggest change is we move from the basic side of the player card to the advanced side, lefty righty, blue and left and right, red and right. So that's what we're going to do, and I've removed the game field I was using because that's no longer needed, and I've got my setup the way I normally would play these games on my own, which is I have the both lineups here, both starting pitchers here, and I've got my bullpens here with my bench underneath. I've got my dice tray that I'm more comfortable with using, and I've got my score sheet all set up after the first 3 innings, ready to roll. First couple of bats I'll refer to the cards. After that I'll just read them off rather than pull them out individually. And actually what I do is, I had this one little backup here. What I'll do is I'll have the team at bat in front of me here with the pitcher on the mound here, and then the opposing pitcher here and the opposing team who's in the dugout or in the field right now but won't bat till next inning here. So rather than have them lined up team by team, I've got who's facing who. So we know Buster Posey is going to be facing Jeremy Guthrie. So we've got our 3 dice, and we're going to switch to the advanced version now, and we'll see how inning 4 starts. Buster Posey, he popped to short his first time up. This one is a 2-11. Yes, a 2-11. So on a 2, 1, 2, or 3, remember, goes to Buster Posey's card. Guthrie's a right-hander, so we're going to be looking at Buster Posey's red results because that is the right-hand results. The white die is a 2, so we're looking in column 2. And the 2 red dice are an 11. So under 2-11, it's got ground ball, first base, A. Of course, nobody's on base, so it's simply a ground ball that Posey hits to Hosmer. He takes it to the bag himself, 1 away. It would have been a double play had a runner been on first base because of the A factor. Now next up is Pablo Sandoval, and of course he homered his first time up in the basic version. Let's see if he can homer in the advanced version. So we shall see. Here's the roll for Sandoval. It is a 6-2. So we go to Guthrie's card, being that the white die is a 6. And Sandoval is a switch hitter, so he's batting left-handed this time. So we're going to be in the number 6 column in blue for Guthrie. And the number 2 says ground ball, first base, X. Okay, so it's another ground ball to first baseman Hosmer, although this time it's an X. So now we're going to check to see his range and potentially his error rating coming into play. Hosmer, on the basic side of the card, Hosmer was a 1, and it did not have an error rating. The errors were built into the basic chart. Now, as we flip over to the advanced side, we see Hosmer is rated as a 1 still, but he has an E13 rating. So what's going to happen is we're going to roll the D20 to check the range and see if he makes the play. If he cannot make the play, or if the 20-sided die does not give us a range factor result, then we go back and check the error rating. So Hosmer's rated a 1 at first base. So if he rolls a 1 through 6 or a 16 through 20, he will make the play. Anything in between 7 and 15, we're going to check for errors. So there's the roll. It is a 1, so he made the play. Ground ball, first base unassisted. So there are 2 outs now. So Guthrie has gotten 2 weak ground balls down the first base line for 2 quick outs. And now that brings up Hunter Pence. Hunter Pence flied to center his first time up. The roll here is a 6-9. On Guthrie, 6-9 is a split chance. 6-9 is a split chance. There's a double of 1 to 10 or a single for 11 to 20. So we roll the 20-sided die to figure out whether Pence gets a single or a double. A 10 or less is a double. Anything higher than that is a single. And the roll is a 20, so he gets a single. Hunter Pence. A 2-out single for Hunter Pence. He's only a B stealing rating, so I'm not going to try the steal on this case because we do have a good left-handed hitter, Brandon Belt, coming up. So Brandon Belt's going to see if he can drive him in. There's the roll. It is a 6-6. And on Guthrie's card, a 6-6 is another split. We see 6-6. 1 to 4 is a single. 5 to 20 is a line out to second base. So again, we have to bring in the 20-sided die. And the Giants are looking for a 1 to 4 result. And they get it. It's a number 3, so it is a 1 to 4 result, which is a single. It had 1 star by it, so 1 base advance only. There is no option to try for an extra base. So Belt with a single, and Pence will hold. He will hold there at second base. So runners at first and second with 2 outs, and now the designated hitter Michael Morris with a chance to do something. He grounded into a double play his first time up. This particular at bat, he rolls a 110. 110 is another split chance, and it's a good one for the Giants. 110 says it's either going to be a double for 1 to 14 or a single 15 to 20. So his odds are good that he might get a double. And the double is stars. So let's see here. We get a, I rolled a 20. What bad luck that was. It's a single, but it is a single star. So Pence will score on the single by Morse. Belt will stop at second, and the Giants take a 2-0 lead now. All this happening after 2 were out very quickly. And now that brings up Brandon Crawford with runners at first and second. And Crawford with the delivery. 2-9. 2-9 is a strikeout. So Crawford strikes out again to end the inning. Giants do tack on a run. And at the end of 3.5 from Kauffman Stadium, it is Giants 2 and the Royals nothing. Okay, bottom of the 4th, and Eric Hosmer is stepping to the plate. Hosmer leads things off. 2-7. 2-7 is a fly ball left B. So with nobody on, of course, that's just simply a fly ball to left, 1 away. So Hudson been given a 2-0 lead to protect here. May not need Madison Bumgarner relief this time. Here's Billy Butler. Billy Butler is up. He popped to third his first time up. It's a 110 and a 110. Now we've got some interesting here. The 110 pop up to short, but you see the upside down triangle, and the upside down triangle is from a ballpark effect chart, and that means we're going to go to the ballpark effect chart for Kauffman Stadium, as that could affect Butler's out and turn it into a hit. Okay, so we're checking the ballpark effects chart, and there you see the 2014 American League ballpark effect. We have to find Kansas City, which is right here by my thumb, and we're looking under ballpark singles, not ballpark home runs, because we have an upside down triangle check, not a diamond check. So for Kansas City, we have to look and see who is batting, righty or lefty. It is Billy Butler, a right-handed batter, which means he gets a single on a 1 through 11 check, and he lines to short if it's 12 to 20. So we roll the D20, and if it's a 1 to 11, he gets a hit, and the ballparks have made a difference in this outcome. It is a 3, so the ballpark did make a difference in this outcome. Instead of being a pop out to short, he gets a single. So Butler will get a single, 1-out single, and that'll bring up Alex Gordon. Butler is slow as molasses, so he's not going anywhere. unless Gordon drives him in. So Alex Gordon is up, 1 out, 1 on. The delivery, 5-10. 5-10 is a ground ball to shortstop X. So now we got to check against Brandon Crawford. And remember, he was a 2 in the basic version, but he is a 1 in the advanced version. So we're going to roll the D20 and see what he can get. The roll is a 17. 17 under number 1 for the shortstop. A 17 is a ground ball A, and we know ground ball A's are double plays. So it is a 6-4 to 3 around the horn. Well, not really around the horn, just a short second to first. Double play to end the inning. And just like that, Hudson's out of the inning. For the Royals, no runs, a hit, no errors, and nobody left. We go to the 5th. It is still Giants 2 and Royals nothing. And leading things off, I'm going to get my hand out of the way. Leading things off will be the number 9 hitter, Juan Perez. Juan Perez, the grounded to short his first time up. Let's see what he does this time. Perez, a 3-11. 3-11 is a line out to third base. So Perez lines to Moustakas. 1 away. And we're back to the top of the order, and Gregor Blanco. Blanco has struck out in the first, and he singled and stole second in the third. It is a 6-5. 6-5 against a lefty is a fly ball to left. So that's quickly 2 away, and that's how Guthrie started last inning, and then ran into some issues after 2 were out. Now he'll be facing rookie Joe Panic. So maybe Guthrie is not going to panic. So because Panic is 0 for 2, fly to right and a fly to center. Maybe he'll fly to left to complete the circuit. Is it that? Let's see. It is a 4-4. 4-4 is a catcher X. So now we go to Salvador Perez. He is a 1 rated catcher, and on the advanced fielding chart, the catcher result is on the flip side. So we're going to roll a D20. D20, remember Salvador Perez is a rated number 1. There's the roll, it's a 20. And number 1 catcher rating with a 20 is a foul out. So Panic fouls out to the catcher Perez to end the inning, 3 up, 3 down. We go to the bottom of the 5th, still 2-0 Giants. Salvador Perez will lead off the bottom of the 5th. And just in case anybody's interested, Hudson has faced the minimum amount of batters here in the last 2 innings, so he's keeping his pitch count down. Here's Perez at bat. It's 3-10. 3-10 is a double to center field, so Perez, just like that, leads off with a double. He's 2 for 2 now. He's singled in the second. Now he doubles, gets himself in scoring position right off the bat for third baseman Michael Moustakas, or Mike Moustakas. And here's the delivery. It is a 2-12. 2-12 is a fly ball right field B. Now the letters, I'm sorry, I was looking at 3-12. 2-12 is a split chance. 2-12 is a split chance. Glad I caught that. 2-12 is a split chance. It is 1-19 for a single, or a line out if it's a 20, so almost guaranteed. And the single is to left field. So let's see, make sure it's not a 20. It's not. So Moustakas will single. Perez will advance only to third base. And now runners are at the corners with nobody out to start the bottom of the 5th. And Omar Infante steps up. Omar Infante. Runners at the corners, nobody out. Infante, a 2-12. I just rolled a 2-12. I did it again. That happens a lot when I play. I wonder if that happens to many other people where you roll the same result twice in a row. Anyway, you get different results because you're looking at different cards now. And in this case, 2-12 on Infante's card is a ground ball to shortstop A. So Infante is grounded into a 6-4-3 double play for 2 quick outs. Perez did score from third, so it did bring a run home. No RBI for Infante. And it's cut the lead to 2-1, but now the bases are empty with 2 outs. and Alcides Escobar will be up. Don't know if he can get anything going here. He's fly to left and he's fly to right. It's a 5-6, and a 5-6 under Hudson is a strikeout with a dot, but he has not reached his point of weakness yet. That occurs in the 6th inning. So in this case, it's just a regular strikeout to end the inning. But the Royals do pick up a run, even though it was brought in by a double play. They did get a run, and after 5 complete, it is San Francisco 2 and Kansas City 1. Jeremy Guthrie back on for his 6th inning of work, and he reaches his point of weakness in the 6th inning as well, or after 6 innings. He'll be facing Buster Posey, and this will be the final inning of this particular section of the video where we're playing with advanced rules. So let's see what Posey can do. He is popped to short and grounded to first, 0 for 2. This one is 2-4. 2-4 is a line out to second base. However, there was an upside down triangle, so we're going to go to the ballpark charts. And just like last time, for a right-handed batter, 1 to 11 is a single, 12 to 20 is a line out to short. So if he rolls a 1 to 11, he's got himself a base hit. He does not. It's a 19, so it's a line out to the shortstop. So 1 away, he lines it to Escobar for out number 1. That'll bring up the Panda, Pablo Sandoval. He is homered and grounded to first. The pitch is a 6-8. 6-8 is a split result. 1 to 3 is a triple. 4 through 20 is a single. Can you see or imagine Pablo Sandoval tromping the bases for a triple? Well, if he rolls a 1 to 3, he will do just that. The roll is a 3. How about that? Pablo Sandoval is going to need the oxygen by the time he gets to third base coach Tim Flannery, but he does make it into third base with a triple. Had to be some miscommunication in the outfield for that to happen, I would think. But he is lumbered to third. 1 out, and here is Hunter Pence. Hunter Pence. And the Royals are going to play the infield in with 1 out. And what that will do is anything that has a plus sign by it on the result, which would normally be an out, will make it through the infield for a hit. So the Royals are going to take that chance to try to cut the run off. So they bring the infield in, and here is Pence. He's 1 for 2 with a single and a run scored. The result is a 6-8. 6-8 is a single to center field, so that would have been a single regardless whether the infield was in or not. But Pence scores. Sandoval was trying to rest, but he'll have to walk in. He won't be able to jog in. He'll walk in with the 3rd run of the afternoon. And the Giants take a 3-1 lead. And now the Royal bullpen is up and throwing. Kelvin Herrera is the right-hander, and the left-hander that they're going to have out there, let's see, I believe they're going to use or go to Tim Collins. Let's see here. Or it might be Bruce Chen. I think it's going to be Tim Collins. But we shall see. They're just starting to get loose. Not panicking yet. Brandon Belt is up. Runner at first and 1 out. And the delivery. Oops, that was a foul ball. Amazing how these dice can stick to your hands, and I missed my tray. So when I do that, I just declare it a foul ball, and we'll try it again. It is a 1-11. 1-11 is a home run for Brandon Belt. However, it has a diamond by it. So now we're going to check the ballpark home run effects for Kauffman Stadium. Kansas City Kauffman Stadium, home run effects is a 1 to 6. And it doesn't matter whether you're right or left-handed, in this case, Belt being left-handed. But he has to roll a 1 to 6 on the D20 to keep his home run. Otherwise, it's simply a fly ball to right field. So let's see if Belt can get a 1 to 6. He does not. He gets a 15, so he flies to right instead. So there the ballpark giveth and the ballpark taketh away. So Brandon Belt does not get his home run because we're using ballpark effects. He flies to right for the 2nd out. And that'll bring up the designated hitter Michael Morris, and that keeps Guthrie in the game. Guthrie would have had to have been lifted after that, but he stays in the game. And the delivery is a 110. 110. This is not good for Guthrie. It's a split decision. Split roll. 1 to 14 is a double. 15 to 20 is a single. It is a double, but it's a star-star, so Pence will stop at third base on that particular play. And Morse has himself a double. Okay, after much mulling, Ned Yost has gone and gotten Jeremy Guthrie, taken the ball from him with the left-handed hitting Brandon Crawford up. He has summoned Danny Duffy out of the bullpen, a left-hander. The line on Guthrie, he pitched 5 2/3 innings. He's given up so far he has given up 3 runs, but the 2 runners on base are his responsibility. So we can't really close the book on his results just yet. I can get my box to stand up to. There we go. And let's see how many hits he gave up. I didn't tally that yet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and looks like 9 hits. So they've kind of beat him around a little bit. But now Danny Duffy is on, and he'll be facing Brandon Crawford in a big situation to keep this game from getting out of hand. Runners are at second and third, 2 outs. Brandon Crawford, the lefty, against Danny Duffy, the lefty. It is a 6-3. 6-3 is a ground ball pitcher X. So we check the pitcher defensive rating, which means we need to flip the advanced chart over. And he is a number 5, which is not very good, obviously. It's 1 to 5, 1 being the best, 5 being the worst. So this could either be an infield hit or it could be an error. We will see what the D20 says. D20 is an 11, which on the 11 chart of the pitcher is out of range, so we go to the error ratings. His error rating, unfortunately, is 48, which is off the chart. So it is going to be an error 98% of the time, I think. The only chance he has to not make an error would be to roll a white number 2. I'm sorry, a roll of 2 on the red dice, 2 ones, to make a total of 2, and then have the white die be a 5 or a 6. That would be a ground ball out. Anything else is going to be an error, unfortunately. So let's see what the roll is. It is a 7. So a 7 says E1. So E1, error on Duffy, allows Pence to come in, unearned run, and that will move Morse to third, and of course Crawford to first. So that's another run charged to Guthrie. This one is unearned. Well, that's not going to make him feel any better. And now we have Juan Perez stepping to the plate. Juan Perez. So we'll see what Duffy does with Perez. It is a 1-5. A 1-5 is a split chance. It's a double for if it's a 1 to 7, or it's a fly to left if it's 8 to 20. It is a 16, so he flies to left, and Duffy gets out of any further problems to end the inning. We can close the book now on Guthrie. He has given up 4 runs, 3 of which were earned. And after 5.5 now, it is the Giants 4 and the Royals 1. Bottom of the 6th, and we have Tim Hudson in probably his last inning of work, because his point of weakness is rated as a 6. And leading off will be Nori Aoki. Start things off to see if the Royals can climb back into this. The pitch is a 110. So 110 is a good result to start. Aoki's card 110. It's a split chance. 1 to 7 is a double. 8 to 20 is a single. It is a double. So Nori Aoki starts things off with a double. So that gets the Royals a little bit off the schneid as they get a leadoff double, and that'll bring up Lorenzo Cain. Lorenzo Cain stepping up. And now the Giants bullpen starting to stir a little bit. Cain, 5-4, 5-4. Fly ball center field X. Center field X. Now, if we notice on the advanced fielding chart, the outfielders are split off. Left and right have their own results, and the center fielder has his own results. So it's a center fielder X. Gregor Blanco, the center fielder, is a number 2. So he is a 2 rated. So we're looking at center field 2 for a D20 roll to see what happens. And here is the roll. It is a 13. So a number 2, 13, it's barely on the range. It is fly ball B. So we have to go back actually to the basic version of advancement. Fly ball B, runner on third scores, but he was on second, so runners hold. So Aoki will hold on that fly ball to center, and 1 away, in which we will bring up Eric Hosmer. So Eric Hosmer is up. See if he can do something to get Aoki across the plate. Here's the pitch. It is a 6-4 against the lefty. 6-4 is a fly ball to right field C, but it's also a ballpark check for a single. So it's a base hit check, and with Kauffman Stadium, 1 through 11 is a single. So we're going to roll the D20, and if we get a 1 through 11, it will be a base hit. We do not. It's a 13. So that says that it's a line out to the shortstop since the left-hander Hosmer is batting. So it is an L6, 2 down. And now the Royals might blow this opportunity they had with that leadoff double. Designated hitter Billy Butler is up. He's 1 for 2 in the game. Popped to third in the second, singled in the fourth. The delivery is a 3-5. 3-5 is a split chance. Split chance. 1 to 18 is a single. 19 to 20 is a lineout. It is a single with a star. So the single star means that unfortunately Aoki has to stop at third base. So he will stop at third, even though there were 2 outs. He stops at third. Runners are at the corners. And Alex Gordon, the tying run, steps to the plate. Tying run steps to the plate. Okay, Alex Gordon, big opportunity here. Runners at the corners, 2 outs. He is the tying run. Pitch is a 1-8. 1-8 is a fly ball to left B, but it's the third out, so it doesn't matter. Inning is over. So the Royals cannot cash in. They leave 2 runners on base, and at the end of 6, it is the Giants 4 and the Royals 1. And that's going to be the end of this particular video because we were only doing innings 4 through 6 on the advanced version. Part 3 of this will be the super advanced, which we will do for innings 7, 8, and 9.